Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to talk about my favorite purchases this year so far. And this is because Blade Show is coming up, or it's probably happening right now if you're watching this. And I want to talk about my favorite purchases up until Blade Show. If you're watching this and it is during Blade Show, hopefully you found me or you will find me, and we can meet up. Maybe I'll insert a picture of my ugly ass mug here. I'll forget, but you guys have seen it. Just watch any of the live videos or my face cam videos. But I want to talk about the knives that this year that have come out that I love, that I've picked up. If it's loaned out, can't really be in the video right now. One of the ones I'm thinking of that's loaned out is the Brown Knives FSD. Craig Brown Knives FSD. Definitely a contender for my favorite knife currently, so that would definitely be on the list. I can't think of any others that are loaned out that I bought this year that are like that I love, right? I sell a lot of knives, guys. I sell a lot of good knives. I sell a lot of knives I love. Just the name of the game. Anyway, I'm going to go in order of when I pick them up, and then, yeah. So here we go. The first one is going to be the Sharp by Design Mini Tempest. This is just a great knife. I fell in love with this knife pretty damn quick. I've had like 3 or 4 of them. I've ended up with just the one here because it's got the action that's perfect for me. It's super snappy, drops to your nail, shakes down, or drops down on a controlled close, easily reverse flicks. Just perfect, this one. I love the dark matter blue fat carbon. Looks fantastic. It works very well left-handed because it's a bolster lock. You can get in there and reverse flick it real easy. So it's been fantastic. I've barely used the blade. That's just kind of how it goes with the knives that I buy, you know, and I do use knives a lot. This is cut some shipping labels and cut some packaging. That's really it. I'm not afraid to use it. Just hasn't happened when it's been in pocket. And I will say the last month or so, this has not been in pocket very much because I review a lot of knives, and, you know, I can't carry everything even if I love it. And I've contemplated selling it a couple times. I sold its brother. I had a blacked out one. Satin blade, but it was black with the gold inlays. That one I just couldn't get to drop shut. Honestly, if it dropped like this one, I think I'd still have both. So, I don't plan on selling it. I don't know. I just love it. I really do. I love it. Melts in your hand. Brian Nadeau is just awesome. Occasionally, this knife will piss me off a little bit because the lock bar, it's just a little bit, I don't know, if you have a little bit of a sore thumb here, it can be a little bit annoying, but, you know, it's perfectly fine if you're not a pussy. So, yeah, that's the Mini Tempest from Sharp by Design. That's going to be the only, nope, there's one other production knife. I absolutely love this knife. It is a contender for best production knife of 2022 this year. Keep an eye out for that video coming at the end of June. I'll be doing the second quarter knives of the year, and I'm guessing this guy's going to be right in there again. So that's the Mini Tempest. Then I got I believe this is the order. Then I got the Lefty Custom Tough Knives Reset. And this is a Jeff Blavitt custom from Tough Knives, and it's left-handed, and it's just fantastic. I love it. It's been sitting in the case now for, I don't know, about a week since I did the full review, and I just miss carrying it. It's an absolute pleasure to carry. You can see there, it doesn't quite drop shut, but the detent's really good. It'll drop to your nail if you want it to, and then you can get it to glide down. Yeah, if I do this, it's not going to just drop, but, you know, it's a custom. It's made extremely well. It's been tweaked a few times by Jeff for me, which is what happens with handmade customs, and it doesn't bother me at all. This is now just, like, perfect for me. And things I would change. I might strengthen the detent a touch, just because if I get down here, I can kind of feel it if I really pussyfoot it. But if I just get in there and flick, it's fantastic. So it doesn't really need to be stronger. But, you know, if I had my druthers, I'd want it to be a little stronger. But then I wouldn't want this to go away. I'd want it to just do a controlled drop like that mini Tempest. It doesn't quite do that. But does it bug me? No, I'm just telling you what I would change. I think that's about it. I mean, I freaking love this thing. It's just so good. It's currently my only left-handed knife. I'm hoping to get others, hopefully maybe custom something. I saw a custom Ray Laconico Lefty Jasmine today, and that got me sparked up a little bit. So hopefully he does a few of those and I can get one. But fantastic knife. Now, I should tell you guys the prices. The Mini Tempest here was $425 new on the secondary right now. They, I think, go for a little under because he flooded the market with them. There's like thousands of these, I think. So you could probably get one of these for like $350, $375 in the fat carbon, maybe a little less if you get the carbon fiber. This was $1,300 new. Again, it's a custom knife. And secondary, I have no clue. I don't plan on finding out, but I venture to guess I could get a pretty good amount for it because it's a one-off. There's not, I think he's made like 3 lefties in his entire career, and it's been a while since he made one. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. There's not that many lefties out there, so, you know, is there somebody out there who would spend, you know, a ton on one? I don't know. I think I'd get my money back, that's for sure. I wouldn't be looking to get extra because I wouldn't probably sell it, so it doesn't matter. That's the Tuff Knives Reset Lefty. Then I got and I don't know the exact order, but I think I got it right here. Then I got the Trevor Burger Urban Custom, and this one's special to me. I actually reviewed like most of these just recently. It's just kind of funny, other than the Mini Tempest. This is the Urban, and this is actually number 1. You'll hear me say that every time I show it because I'm proud of it. Number 1, it's a handmade custom. You know what I mean when I say that. Custom knife, production custom, whatever you want to call it, by Trevor Burger over in South Africa. You guys may have recently seen the Urban LC from LeftyEDC Supply, which is the Riot version of this exact design. I did a comparison if you want to see it. I highly prefer the custom, but the Riot one is really good. Yeah, so this one is fantastic. You got the bronze accents, titanium, you got the M390s on there. You got a really stout detent for a little front flipper like this. Usually you get a pretty weak detent, but the way Trevor does it, it fires out of there. Really good stuff. So love this knife. I paid $650, I think, maybe a little more with shipping on this. I got this one on the secondary off of dude on Instagram I talked to. Shout out to Mitty. And yeah, it's sticking around. I've had the chance to buy LEXKs. I've had the chance to buy EXKs. And I just kind of stick with my Urban because the size is just so good. It does everything else that those do. It has fantastic action. Doesn't drop shut. None of them really do unless you get a plus liner lock with a lighter detent. But it's very smooth. That was me. It reverse flakes like a dream. It has a full hollow grind that is just epic beyond proportion. Like, you just need to handle one to understand that, the hollow grind on it. And yeah, it's just a fantastic little package. It carries extremely well. It's one of my favorite knives, and so was my LEXK, and I still sold it. It's just how it goes, guys. So don't expect any of these to, you know, be around in a year. They might not be, right? They probably won't be, honestly, but doesn't mean I don't love them now. You know what I mean? So that's the Burger Urban. And then the next one I picked up is the Grimsmo Knives Rask. So this is obviously the V2 Rask, and this knife is phenomenal. Now, it's very popular out there. You hear a lot about it, but I feel like it's also a little bit underrated. I think that people kind of put the Holt knives ahead of the Rask, Koenig knives, and I don't know. Honestly, this one I prefer over those. I'd much rather have a Rask to a Holt because it's just more comfortable. It's slimmer. It's got a better flipper tab. The D10 is dialed perfectly for the design, the knife. The drop action is just that much better, even though the Holt ones are fantastic. I have nothing against the Holt ones. And when it comes to the Arius, it's just not lefty-friendly, and this is lefty-friendly. I mean, it doesn't carry lefty, but it does everything else very well left-handed, right? The machining on this is beyond, you know, just imagining. It's so good. Look how tight that is right there. You can't even see a gap up here between the scales and the blade. Almost imperceptible amount of light coming through. It's insanity. It does have a little bit of a break-in period, and that's the kind of downside to it. But yeah. And this guy here was, what did I pay for this? Did I trade? Oh, I traded a Brown Knives FSD. So I actually had 2 FSDs, and somebody offered this, which to me was a very fair trade. I paid $800 for it, I think, the FSD. So $800 Rask. It's totally worth it, in my opinion. And I do not regret that trade whatsoever. I still have the one FSD I love, and then I have the Rask here. So this is it's a gem, guys. It's so slim and lightweight and carries like a dream, yet has that action. And it has enough blade length and ergonomics to be comfortable and usable in all EDC scenarios. And that's what's great about it for me. Not many people carry and use these. You'll see a lot of them when you buy them. They're basically untouched. But I do. I carry it. I use it. I just don't have crazy tasks to do. So it's kind of a great knife for me personally. So that's the Rask. I told you the price, right? And then last but absolutely not least is the Jack Wolf Knives Laid Back Pickle Jack. And I would include the sharpshooter here, but it's not on the list for 2 reasons. One, it's not my favorite blade shape, right? Like, clip points look good, but functionally, they're just not for me, right? Secondly, I didn't actually buy the one that I would show you. The one I'd show you is the one with fat carbon, and that's the one that Jack Wolf Knives sent to me, donated to the channel for me to review, so I didn't buy it this year. I did buy other ones. I've bought 2 other ones, I think maybe 3 sharpshooters, but my favorite one is the fat carbon. I didn't buy that one, so I didn't want to put it on the list. That being said, I like this model better. I like this version better with the Jungle Wear fat carbon, and it has a lot to do with the blade shape. It has all to do with the blade shape. It's a Warney blade. It's a sway back handle, and this thing is a machine. I mean, this thing cuts through cardboard like it's butter. It cuts through shipping labels like it's nothing. It's incredible, right? And it's so fun to carry. I really enjoy the fidget factor on these slip joints, specifically the Jack Wolf ones, because they have great walk and talk. Just fantastic. And then you couple that with the style, right? And to me, that's where it just hits a home run. You slip it into your Northwoods Leatherworks Co. slip. And it's just, come on. You can't beat this. I mean, and it's not going to just like flop out or anything. I mean, it can slide a little bit because this one's a sway back. The other ones don't really move at all. But there you go. I mean, it's not going anywhere. And it just looks fantastic. It's a great conversation piece, and then you take it out. Very unassuming in the office or whatever, right? Yeah, a lot of people are going to say, well, it doesn't have the fidget factor. I got fidget toys for that now. Nah, I mean. So I carry this in the front left pocket, ride or die with a slip joint. A lot of times it's the only knife I have on me. and I could care mother flipping less. I might need to cut some cardboard. I might need to open a package. You know, the worst thing I might have to do is cut a zip tie. You know, and maybe if I'm carrying this, I haven't had that happen. If I'm carrying this, I probably just grab a pair of scissors from wherever I am, right? You know, so maybe that's the one thing I wouldn't do with it that I normally do EDC-wise, right? So I love the laid-back Pickle Jack. These, I think I paid $300 for the knife. If you get the micarta ones, they're $275. The slips from Northwoods, if you hit him up and let him know I sent you, you can get a slip in high quality Pueblo, Horween, whatever, waxy natural leather for $35 shipped to your door. That's insane for the quality and craftsmanship you get here. And I don't pay for these. He sends me the slips basically because I advertise for him. But that's because I love the product. That's why I rave about it. So it's a little bit of a trade-off. So I didn't buy this, but I bought this. And this is by far one of my favorite knives this year. It's right up there, guys, with my favorite. So if I have to pick, what's my favorite knife this year? Right? So let's bring them all back. And this is going to be really hard because I honestly love them all. So when I say what's my favorite knife this year, my instinct says go with the Lefty, right? It's a custom, it's left-handed. You love this thing, Kev. Yes, I do. Then part of me says, ooh, go with the Rask because it's just been so enjoyable, right? The Rask has been a pleasant surprise. Even though I had one in for review and I knew I wanted one, it's just been, I don't know. There's just something about the Rask that it just makes me happy. And then part of me is like, ooh, the slip joint though. This is probably the knife I've used the most on this table. Maybe the Tuff, but I've used this, guys. Like, I've cut open a lot of packages. I've cut a lot of shipping labels out. I've cut cardboard with this. I got that on camera, baby. I got proof that I use my knives. Use your shit. Just kidding. Yeah, so is the laid-back Pickle Jack my favorite purchase this year? Yes, it is. The Jack Wolf Knives laid-back Pickleback Jack is your winner today of my favorite purchase this year, knife-wise. And it's because I carry it in absolute style. Maybe it's also the newest one on the table, so maybe it's recency bias. It's gorgeous. It looks good. And, guys, functionally, it is just an absolute dream. Yeah, I don't know what else you want me to say. I went with my gut. There you go. So I can't wait for the next release, guys. I have a case that's going to be just full of Jack Wolf knives by the end of the year with slips. I mean, it's just such a cool part of the hobby for me. Get the knife, get a slip, and then I usually get another one. So I had 2 of each model, and it's just kind of fun. It's making it fun for me. Where a lot of times it's just like, get the next production knife that comes out, right? I got it on pre-order. It shows up. I say it's cool, and then I sell it because, like, I'm bored instantly, right? I'm just not getting that with slip joints. I'm enjoying it. There's more to it to me. Plus, I love the owner of Jack Wolf Knives. Ben is a friend, and he's just a great dude, so that helps. But so is Jeff, Brian Nadeau's a great dude. Trevor Burger's a great dude. I don't know the Grimsmos very much. I've heard a lot of hit or miss stuff on their customer service, but they make baller-ass knives. So anyway, that's it, guys. There's your lineup. Favorite purchases this year, knife-wise. Yeah, I hope to see you guys at Blade Show if you are watching this, and it is during Blade Show. I love you guys. Give me a fist pump when I see you. And I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.